Yeah, hi everyone. Very good afternoon. Back again. Here is Manish. So we're here on the learning the basic AIs, and as I promised, we will be stepping a little bit ahead, and we'll try to learn more and more. All right. Fine. So let's just have a quick recap of what we studied yesterday. All right. It was about the service. It was about the software. It was about the delivery, and how does the AI is impacting on each of the sectors. So that was just a preview. So today we are going to deep down a little bit on the AI, and we would like to see that how it works and why you should be learning more and more about it. Okay, fine. So let's just have a quick understanding about AI, and then we will begin that. Fine. So what we were talking about is when we are talking about AI. All right. Just let's have a very simple definition of understanding what AI is, and then we will be moving ahead, deep diving into certain concepts and which are very important, and then eventually we will be moving into more and more advanced thing. And I will also be learning and exploring, uh, you know, along with you guys. All right. Fine. What is AI? So I will not give you any technical definition. कोई भी technical definition देने का जरूरत नहीं है. All right. What is AI? AI is nothing but anything that could mimic human brain. One-liner explanation. Okay. So in for the people who are understanding Hindi out here, AI क्या है, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस क्या है, कोई भी ऐसी चीज दैट कुड मिमिक द ह्यूमन ब्रेन टेक्नोलॉजिकली. ठीक है, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर कॉलिंग एज एआई आउट. ठीक है. अब एआई इज अ वेरी वास्ट या फिर बहुत बड़ा टर्म है. ओके. अंडरनीथ दैट यू हैव गॉट वेरियस डिफरेंट लेयर, बहुत सारे परतें हैं, जस्ट लाइक अनियंस. राइट. सो यू हैव गॉट layers underneath when we are talking about artificial intelligence. लेकिन एक लाइन में, if someone asks you what is AI, AI is something that could mimic human brain. जो human brain को mimic कर सकता है, उसको artificial intelligence कहते हैं in very basic terms. Okay. Now talk about the layering. As I was telling that, परत की तरह होता है, just like onions layers. All right. So what are the layers of AI? ठीक है, AI का क्या layer है? The first one we are talking about is AI, which is nothing but artificial intelligence itself. Okay, I'm just keeping a spelling vague, but I'm explaining you what it is. इसके नीचे का layer क्या होता है? What is the first layer underneath the artificial intelligence? इसके just नीचे का जो layer होता है, that is what is called machine learning. ML. ठीक है. So first layer is artificial intelligence. The second layer underneath is the machine intelligence. The machine learning. Underneath machine learning, we have got deep learning. Underneath the deep learning, we have generative AI. So that is the technical structure when we are talking about artificial intelligence. ठीक है. So कोई भी अगर बोलता है कि artificial intelligence क्या है, machine learning क्या है, deep learning क्या है, generative AI क्या है, क्या ये सब चीज अलग है? नहीं. These three are contributing together, and together we are calling it artificial intelligence. And the layer is going deeper and deeper and deeper. Okay. Every day there is a new layer which is being formed, जो हम लोग पढ़ेंगे आगे डेवलपमेंट क्या हो रहा है, कैसे हो रहा है, एंड व्हाट नॉट. ओके, सो हियर व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस, प्राइमरी जो हम लोग आज के डेट में जानते हैं, जिसके बेस पे एवरीथिंग इन एंड अराउंड व्हाटएवर वी हैव, मशीन लर्निंग. आई डोंट नो आप कितने लोगों ने इसके बारे में सुना है. हम लोग पढ़ेंगे इसके बारे में. देन वी हैव डीप लर्निंग. डीप लर्निंग के बारे में भी पढ़ेंगे. जनरेटिव एआई, ये आजकल के डेट में काफी कॉमन हो गया है. ओके, बिकॉज व्हेन वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट यूट्यूब, कंटेंट क्रिएटर्स, लिंक्डइन राइटर्स एंड व्हाट नॉट, काफी सारे applications which are available there, and these days whether you know or not, इसके बारे में डेफिनेशन वाइज आप जानते हो या नहीं जानते हो, बट people know at least the term, that is generative AI. But in between they forget these two layers. So before you reach to generative AI, अगर आप एक टेक्निकल पर्सन हो, तो you need to understand artificial intelligence is a bigger term. Okay, artificial intelligence is the entire onion itself. ठीक है, when you peel the first layer of the onion, what do you get? Machine learning. When you peel the second layer of the onion, you get the next layer, deep learning. Then you peel in the third layer and you get into the third final layer, which is generative AI. Okay, now this is again not the final layer, as I said. Things are going deeper and deeper and deeper, but it's an everyday learning. But till now what we understand is these three layers. I hope I have made myself clear with artificial intelligence and the layers of artificial intelligence. All right, yeah, so we talked about various different layers. All right, now let's just try to learn a little bit. Okay, when I talked about the AI, I talked about mimicking the human intelligence. Basically mimicking the human intelligence is what we just spoke about. When we human intelligence, ठीक है, उसका मतलब क्या है? Like human intelligence को mimic करना, human को mimic करना नहीं. Okay, and I'm sorry, I think a while ago I talked about mimicking a human brain. Not exactly. When I said brain, it's basically human intelligence. ठीक है, intelligence को mimic करना. Intelligence human. When I'm saying human intelligence है क्या? ठीक. So just a couple of example so that you understand what is human intelligence. Okay. So the first one is like rule-based expert system. ब्रॉडली कैटेगराइज करते हैं. रिकमेंडेशन इंजन, fraud detection, and the fourth one is let's take it as chess AI. ठीक है. So what are we talking about? We are talking about AI. AI क्या है? Brain है, brain of human. Okay, human brain. क्या कर रही है? मिमिक कर रहा है. मिमिक क्या कर रहा है? ह्यूमन ब्रेन बेसिकली करता क्या है? ह्यूमन ब्रेन इज एन इंटेलिजेंस. ठीक है. सो एआई क्या करता है? ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस को मिमिक करता है. Am I being clear? It's like, what does AI do? AI mimics the human intelligence. What is human intelligence? These are just a few examples. Human brain can do anything, a lot of things, all right? But a few things that we do. Rule-based expert system. We as a human being are a rule-based expert system. How do I explain that? Every morning our mother and father, हमारे मम्मी पापा ने हमको सिखाया है, उठो and brush करो. Okay, that's the good habit. What is that? That is the rule. That exactly is the rule. Okay, so human brain learns कि हर सुबह हमको उठना है, and उठने के बाद सबसे पहला काम मुझे ब्रश कर. Very clear, very simple to understand. That is what is the rule-based expert system. You give some rules and the system follows that. ये करना है, ठीक है? So they are not lazy or lethargic. They are machines. Okay? So they are rule-based expert system. ये क्या है? Human intelligence. This is how human learns, and this is exactly how AI learns. I think the point is clear. The second one is recommendation engine. Recommendation engine बहुत खतरनाक चीज है. Okay, recommendation engine. Who passes on a recommendation? जिसके पास knowledge होता है, right? जैसे when we are talking about doctor, okay? Doctor gives you prescriptions. What are those prescriptions? Prescriptions क्या है? Actually, prescriptions क्या है? Prescriptions are the recommendations. Okay? How is he giving you that recommendation? वो डॉक्टर आपको recommendation कैसे दे रहा है? क्योंकि उसके पास अब knowledge है, right? He is either a kidney expert, or he is either a stomach expert, or an eye expert, or an hair expert, dermatologist, or whatever, a lot of terms are, right? So he has that specific kind of a knowledge based which he is passing on recommendations, जिसके लिए वो पैसे लेते, right? ये दवा खाना है, this is going to be good for you, these are the tests and the everything what he runs, and based that he gives some recommendations. Now again, how is he learning that? With that knowledge, it's like again associated with human intelligence. उसने उसके बारे में पढ़ा है, उसको नॉलेज है, इसलिए वो उस चीज को रिकमेंड कर पा रहा है. Fine. So that's why he is, it's a recommendation engine. So now AI can also do that because it's mimicking the human intelligence. So AI can also do that. Fraud detection. Another common thing which our human brain does, right? Day in, day out. ठीक है? You have enablers like phone पे किसी का fraud आता है तो Truecaller shows you, right? ये fraud call है. Don't take this. उसके पीछे में कुछ analysis होते हैं, basis which data होता है. कुछ लोगों ने उसको बोला है कि वो fraud है या फिर कुछ लोगों के साथ fraud हुआ है. That's why it hasn't marked as fraud, fraud and all that. But what we are talking out here is like fraud detection. ये काम कैसे हो रहा है? How is this working? And even human intelligence के हिसाब से this is possible, right? We do understand that कौन हमको ठगने का कोशिश कर रहा है, ठीक है? Looking into the situation, isn't it? If you must have seen so many videos. बहुत सारे वीडियो देखे होंगे आपने जहाँ एक फॉरेन का एक बंदा आ रहा है and he has money in dollars and he want to go from point A to point B, और वो रिक्शा वाला उसको 10 रुपए के जगह $10 बोल रहा है या फिर 10 पाउंड बोल रहा है. ओके, बट ही अंडरस्टैंड्स, isn't it? वो कैसे समझ रहा है? Because of the knowledge, because of something he has read, because of some sort of knowledge. So fraud detection is our human intelligence. So ये अब AI भी कर रहा है. It has learned like a human. Now AI can also do that. So AI is doing fraud detection. Okay. Lastly, but very common example, chess AI. I don't know how many of you have been actually playing chess. लेकिन chess में बहुत दिमाग लगता है, right? वो कौन सा गोटी चलेगा? What you should play? वो कैसे? How can I defeat my ultimate target? उसको रानी मारना है या राजा मारना है या फिर there are so many other chess things that we call it. So these days chess AI is very common, isn't it? यहाँ पे काफी applications आपने देखे होंगे. यहाँ पे chess you play one side, the computer plays from other side. ठीक है? Sometimes you make the system lose, sometimes system makes you lose. But with the latest learnings and latest development, it will be very difficult for humans to defeat artificial intelligence in chess, because it's learning and it's learning real fast. दैट हम लोग एज अ ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस कैसे रिएक्ट करते हैं, कैसे चीजें करते हैं, एंड दैट्स व्हाई इलॉन मस्क वंस सेड दैट एआई इज डेंजरस. ठीक है, एनीवे लेट मी नॉट गो सो डीप इनटू द एआई, ओके, but we will come into another part of it, just the next piece of it. I don't want this video to go very long, but I'll teach you at least the next bit of it, and then we will meet again. Just a sec. Okay, all right. So fine, we learned about the artificial intelligence. The next topic is the machine learning, ML. Okay, machine learning. All right, so we are talking about the machine learning now. आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस के बारे में काफ़ी बातें कर ली. ठीक है, मशीन लर्निंग जैसा कि वी वर टॉकिंग इन आवर प्रीवियस डायग्राम विच आई ड्रू दैट वो अनियल का पील के हिसाब से. तो दिस इज आवर फर्स्ट लेयर. पहले तो आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस समझ गए. ठीक है, अब उसके अंदर क्या है, ये आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस कैसे काम करता है, मशीन लर्निंग, उसके बाद फिर क्या बोला मैंने, डीप लर्निंग, एंड फिर द एंड वन इज द जनरेटिव एआई. ठीक है, नाउ लेट्स स्पीक अबाउट मशीन लर्निंग. हाई लेवल में इसका डेफिनेशन क्या है? ओके, इट इज बेसिकली अ सबसेट ऑफ एआई the system learns pattern from data instead of explicit programming. ठीक है, मशीन लर्निंग का कॉमन डेफिनेशन. ठीक है, क्या कह रहे हैं? इट्स बेसिकली अ सबसेट ऑफ एआई वेयर द सिस्टम लर्न्स पैटर्न्स फ्रॉम द डेटा इंस्टेड ऑफ एक्सप्लिसिट प्रोग्रामिंग. यहां पे सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है लर्न पैटर्न और data. That is what is machine learning in very simple term. Okay, machine learning में क्या हो रहा है, एक सिस्टम लर्न कर रहा है. क्या लर्न कर रहा है? पैटर्न लर्न कर रहा है. कहां से लर्न कर रहा है? डेटा से लर्न कर रहा है. डेटा कौन दे रहा है? From whatever form you give it, from SharePoint, you give it from whatever Excel you are maintaining. Data is given by us. That's why the systems are learning, forming in a pattern, and then once again getting more data, learning more, and drawing more pattern gives you more insight. That is what's the machine learning. Short and short. ठीक है, एग्जाम्पल, क्या एग्जाम्पल दे सकते हैं जो कि इसमें समझ आए? ठीक है, से आपको ईमेल आता है. Okay, something called we all use Microsoft Office or some sort of email. Gmail भी अगर हम लोग यूज करते हैं तो this term is very common, right? Spam. ठीक है, अब now as I said कि artificial intelligence क्या है? Something which is behaving in a human pattern. तो क्या AI पकड़ सकता है spam? Yes, AI spam पकड़ सकता है कि कौन सा ईमेल स्पैम है, कौन सा ईमेल स्पैम नहीं है. कैसे पकड़ सकता है? ठीक है, इफ स्पैम वर्ड काउंट ग्रेटर देन 5 इज स्पैम. ठीक है, so what am I talking about? If spam word counts greater than 5 is equals to spam. Didn't I said that human intelligence में हमने क्या बोला? रूल बेस्ड सिस्टम. ये एक रूल है Isn't it a rule that if spam word count, अगर spam word का count बड़ा 5 से बड़ा होता है तो वो हम उसको टर्म करेंगे spam, और इसको फिर प्रोबेबली हम लोग आउटलुक में रूल्स होता है, यू कैन सेंड इट टू स्पैम फोल्डर. ऐसा कुछ भी आएगा तो सेंड इट टू स्पैम फोल्डर. या फिर बहुत बार मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम यू मस्ट हैव सीन, राइट, you have not categorized anything into spam, but a lot of recruiters or interviews, they call you and tell that probably check spam. तो वो ईमेल इनबॉक्स के लिए टारगेट हुआ था, स्पैम में कैसे चला गया? How did it went to spam? Because it works on a rule based system. ठीक है, उस रूल बेस्ड सिस्टम के हिसाब से if a spam is word is greater than something on the subject line, या फिर ऐसा कुछ भी रूल हो सकता है, basis which is greater than 5, it goes into the spam. Then it another rule triggers and it send it to the spam folder. अब इस पैटर्न को, if this is getting repeated every time, तुम how the machine has learned it, because every time anything was greater than 5, you used to first manually do it. पहले तुम ये खुद करते थे. अर्लियर स्पैम में ईमेल्स खुद नहीं जाते थे, यू यूज्ड टू ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप, यार ये स्पैम, ये ठीक नहीं है, दिस एनी प्रचार आता है या फिर सब्सक्राइब कुछ ऐसा आता है तो यू पुट इट इनटू स्पैम फोल्डर. ये तुम खुद करते. नाउ इवेंचुअली द मशीन हैज लर्नड, मशीन लर्निंग. व्हाट हैज मशीन लर्नड? पैटर्न. मशीन ने पैटर्न सीखा. तुम कब करते हो? व्हेन डू यू मूव दोज ईमेल्स टू स्पैम? एक पर्टिकुलर ईमेल से आता है, से exigo.com, just giving an example. You're putting that email every time into spam. So now machine has learned that, okay, that's a spam. How did it learn? From the patterns. When did it learn? From the data. Where did it learn from? From the data. Because every time this email is coming, that is the data. When I'm saying every time the email is coming, that's the data. And you are moving it to the spam folder. That's the pattern. So data is clear, pattern is clear, and then the machine has learned this is what you do. That is what the action you take. So action, as per the configuration and as per the human, is doing it. ठीक है. So I hope the machine learning is clear. That's the second peeling of the of the onion. So we learned artificial intelligence, we learned machine learning. Stay tuned. All right. So yeah, I hope this particular topic is clear now. So let's have a quick recap of what we have learned today. All right. So we learned artificial intelligence has got layers. Those layers are distributed among the machine learning, and then deep learning, and then generative AI, and then even deeper, which we will be exploring it later in our courses. All right. So today we learned what artificial intelligence is. So this topic is cleared. We learned about the machine learning, which is chapter number 2, and we are cleared. And stay tuned for tomorrow, wherein we will be covering the deep learning part, and then eventually we will move into Gen AI. And in this process, we will learn much deeper into everything. बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे हम लोग. ठीक है. जो भी मैंने आपको बताया, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस हम लोगों ने समझा, मशीन लर्निंग समझा, डीप लर्निंग समझा, जेन एआई समझेंगे हम, डीप लर्निंग एंड जेन एआई हम लोग समझेंगे. ओवरव्यू मैंने आप लोगों को दे रखा है. सो आई होप दिस क्लास वाज फ्रूटफुल. अगर आपको लगा कि ये इनसे इस लर्निंग से आपको कुछ वैल्यू मिल रही है, कुछ सीख रहे हैं आप, तो प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू माय चैनल, एंड थैंक यू. थैंक्स अ लॉट फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इनटू द क्लास. हैव अ नाइस डे.